As a young child, summertime would roll around. We'd do our family trips to Sequoia National Forest and then on our way to my grandmother and grandfather's house in Oklahoma. As I got older and had my own kids, one summer my mom called and asked if we would like to go. So my kids and I packed our stuff, got ready. My mom came, we left. We were traveling through Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, and so on our way to my grandmother's house. As we were traveling, we would stop occasionally for the kids to use the restroom and see some of the sights they had. They had some of the neatest gift shops, Native American places that we would stop at regularly when we would go, and they were still there as I got older. I couldn't believe that they still had the same places that my kids were able to go and experience as I did. Well, in taking extra stops to show the kids the places that I had been to when I was young, my mom and I were tired. We had been driving straight through and we were taking our stops, but we didn't really rest. We were always running around with the kids. So we decided to find a motel. And at the point that we were at, it was nothing but desert and rarely would be any stops. As we were traveling down the road, we seen a motel stop coming up. It was all by itself. There was nothing else around. It had its own small gas station, and we decided to stop there. We were tired, we needed to rest. The kids were cranky. So we pulled into the motel. We walked into the office, and there was a man in there. I remember his eyes. They were so steel blue, piercing eyes. And we asked for a room, and he said, I have one over here. The other ones are being worked on, and you can take that one if you like. And we thought, oh, yeah, okay. We were tired. We just wanted to get some rest and be on our way in the morning. And as we left the office, my mom said, I got a weird feeling about that guy. He just was so creepy. Didn't you think so? And I go, yeah, I guess. His eyes really stood out. I don't know. I was really tired, and we went into our room. We got the kids in and our stuff. And it was a very dark room. It was creepy. It really was creepy. It was an old motel, one of the very few left, and we noticed there was only one other car there, so we don't know if it belonged to the guy or if somebody else had been staying at the motel. Also, there was a mobile home in the back, so I'm thinking he lived there and he managed the motel. So we put the kids in bed, and we got a drink of water, and we were talking a bit and getting ready to go to bed. We kept hearing a shuffling noise. We didn't know what it was. We thought it was something outside, so we laid down, but we couldn't sleep. We were so tired, but we still couldn't sleep, and we kept hearing this shuffling noise. The kids were passed out, so we got up and we were looking around the room, and it was your typical old motel room with a closet off to the side, a little table and a chair and a phone, a window with some really raggedy curtains on it. I noticed that there was a couple of holes in the wall, and I didn't think much of it. I just figured it's old place, and we decided to try to fall back asleep. And we did. We had turned the lights off, and we're laying there. And I kept seeing a reflection on the wall. When I got up to check it out, it appeared that there was a little bit of light coming through the hole in the wall. So I told my mom, I go, Mom, there's light coming through the hole. And as we were examining the hole, we seen movement. And I realized that I'd just seen another person's eye looking through the hole. So I moved away quickly and I looked at my mom and I said, there's someone looking in the hole. And she went in the bathroom and got a wad of toilet paper and shoved it in there. And she goes, oh my God, And we kept hearing this shuffling noise. It sounded like it was coming from the closet. So we went over to the closet to open it, and we couldn't open it. It was stuck. I mean, it was like solid. They were like pull doors where you grab the two knobs and you pull them apart with like these blind looking covers on the front of them. So we decided to take the hinges off the side, and we did. And it was empty. It was narrow, wasn't very deep, the closet. It was only like 2 feet. There was no hangers in there, but there was a piece of wood paneling against the wall. It appeared to be a little bowed out, and I pressed on it. When I pressed on it, it seemed like it sounded hollow for some reason. So my mom and I started to pull it away from the wall, and as we did, we noticed that there was a hallway. Looked like a hallway with a dirt floor, like the desert, dirt on the floor. And there was a couple of lights that were hanging with the strings that you pull. We realized that this hallway was going in between the motel rooms. That was so scary. At that moment, we just looked at each other and hurried and pushed the panel back up against the wall, put the door back together, shoved a dresser up against it. Even though we knew that we wouldn't be staying, we were scared. Somebody was watching us. Somebody was looking at us, trying to see what we were doing or just spying on us. And since it seemed there was no one else around, we decided to go. We packed up the kids, our stuff, threw them in the car, and as we drove away, we noticed the man behind the counter was nowhere to be seen. What do you think he had in mind? We didn't know. We just left. Taking road trips can be scary. Stay safe, people.